Arts for All Florida is an arts education not-for-profit headquartered in the College of Education at USF, and we provide rich, accessible arts experience for people of all abilities to people throughout the state of Florida. My name is Sarah, and in this Arts for All challenge, I will be showing you how to make a crayon batik painting. To get started, you're going to grab your first template, which says blue on it. It should be the shape of a donut ring. You're going to place that in the middle of your 8.5 by 8.5 square piece of paper, and you're going to trace this template in the center. Use your pencil to trace the outside ring as well as the inside ring. Next, you're going to take your yellow circle template, it should say yellow on it, and you're going to place that in the top left corner of your first circle that you made, and it should overlap in the center of your first circle that you made. And you're going to go ahead and trace that one. Up next, we have our red circle, and we're going to place that one in the bottom right. And it's only going to overlap a little bit of your first circle that you made. As you can see, it doesn't cross over into the second center circle. And just go ahead and trace that with your pencil. And then you have your purple circle template. And you're going to place that in the bottom left of your paper. And this one's completely separated from the other circles, so you can just draw it somewhere there in the corner. And last but not least, we have our little green circle, and you're going to trace that in the upper right corner of your paper. Once you have all your circles traced, you're going to go ahead and use your black crayon and trace over all those lines that you just made. Make sure to color it in well. You want to be able to see the black line and make it consistent throughout. It's okay if you make a little bit of a mistake, you can just thicken that line. Once all your circles are traced in the black crayon, you're going to go ahead and start coloring in your circles with the corresponding colors that were on your templates. So that top left circle is going to be colored in all yellow, and I'll color in all the white space, trying to skip over the black lines that I just made, but it's okay if you cross over a little bit. And each section here, even though it's separated by the black line, is going to be colored in yellow, and we'll get our different colors later on when we use our next crayon. Moving on to my red crayon, will be used in the bottom right circle, and I'll fill that in. Top right circle, we're going to use our green crayon. Bottom left circle is going to be in purple. And that very first circle that we made, the donut, is going to be colored in blue. And the areas where my blue crosses over my yellow, it's going to turn green. Because when we mix our two primaries, the blue and yellow, we get our secondary color green. And mixing blue with our other primary red will create purple. And that is your color theory lesson for the day. All right, once you've got your beautiful coloring, you're going to pick that piece of paper up and you're going to crush it in your hands. Crumple it up, crumple it up, crumple it up. We're creating a bunch of little kinks and crinkles in our paper, and this is going to add to our batik effect in the end. You can open it up and crinkle it up some more until you are satisfied. Then go ahead and carefully peel that piece of paper back open, making sure not to rip anything. We want to still keep this paper all intact. Smooth it out on your table, and then next you're going to cover this in paint. So go ahead and take your paintbrush. I'm using a paintbrush that I've altered with some newspaper and tape to make an easy handle, which is another adjustment you can make for folks that might have some gripping issues. But we're going to go ahead and take some watered down acrylic, and you're going to paint all over your canvas, everything. Cover it up. Just paint every little inch, every white spot, every colored spot. You're just going to cover it up in your black paint. right, once you're finished, you're going to take your paper towel, wad it up, and you're going to blot away the extra paint that's on top. And the crayon acts as a resist, so the paint does not stick to the waxy crayon surface and only sticks to any exposed paper. That's why we crinkled up our paper before, making more little cracks and spots that the black paint could make contact with, and that creates our beautiful distressed batik style painting. Thanks for taking the time to create with me today. Good job and good